Hi everyone, welcome to this update video. I trust and hope that you're doing good this morning. So we're going to be taking a look at what is taking place across the North Atlantic Basin. So there are several tropical waves, a disturbance which has now entered the Bay of Campeche in the southern Gulf of Mexico, and the formation chance for that system has increased. We now have a medium chance of possibly seeing some short-term developments. We're going to be taking a look at what's going on. There's definitely that risk of flooding across some areas, so let's get into it. Alright, so here we are looking at the North Atlantic Basin. We've got a couple of tropical waves. There is one that's recently coming off of the African coast, another one a bit further out in the tropical Atlantic. And we can see all that moisture towards the Lesser Antilles associated with yet another that is entering the Caribbean basin right now. And then there is one that is in the vicinity of Central America. It's been helping that disturbance to produce all that shower and thunderstorm activity that we have been observing. And it really has limited time, maybe a day and a half or so, to attempt to get itself together before it moves in. So as of right now, the National Hurricane Center gives the system a 40% chance to possibly develop. So it was in yellow, which represented a low chance. So now that has gone up into the range of orange, medium chance of seeing some development over the course of the next day or two. And regardless of this, the system has been producing a lot of heavy rain across Central America and even parts of Mexico as well. So as we even look at the satellite imagery of the Caribbean here at a much closer view, we can see this blob that is towards the vicinity of northern Belize and sections of Mexico. So this has been the kind of activity taking place, heavy rain after heavy rain after heavy rain, definitely flood triggering activity that we're noticing here. So guys, if you are being affected, please continue to stay safe as best as you can. Elsewhere across the Caribbean region, nothing crazy going on. There was some thunderstorm activity earlier near Bonaire and Curacao down in the ABC Islands, and then we can see all that action associated with the tropical waves bringing periods of moderate to heavy rainfall and even thunderstorms across the Lesser Antilles. Now, as we're going to be heading through today, this is a look at the rainfall forecast. So we're going to go into this, after which we'll talk a bit more about 91L, so that's the disturbance. So here we can see these colorful shadings towards Central America and parts of Mexico. And all these colorful shadings, especially headed towards those reds, indicating rainfall amount up to an inch or so. And this goes through very early tomorrow morning. So Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, parts of El Salvador, Western Honduras as well, likely to experience some additional periods of heavy downpours. And then there's a bit of moisture within that general area, so southern Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama will also be a bit active. Same story for Venezuela, Colombia, and Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, so there's going to be quite a bit of moisture within the area. And with that tropical wave coming in, as I mentioned, the Lesser Antilles have already been dealing with impacts, so additional periods of heavy rain and thunderstorms definitely possible, especially as we head to the afternoon, since the daytime heating helps to contribute to more activity. ABC Islands, there could be a couple more showers around within the area, and things may be a little bit active for sections of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Hispaniola. A few showers may pass through Jamaica near the Cayman Islands as well, nothing much expected for Cuba. Headed up to the vicinity of the Bahamas, for the southern Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, there could be a few showers around. Further north is actually going to be on the drier side. So that is what is expected in terms of rainfall activity for the short term. Alright, so let's briefly talk a bit more about our disturbance and what our models are expecting. So as I mentioned, it is dubbed as Invest 91L. So an invest is an area of investigation that's being closely monitored for development. And matter of fact, the National Hurricane Center stated in their latest update this morning that the hurricane hunters, they may go out to investigate the system if necessary. So when our hurricane hunters fly into these systems, we get a better idea of the structure of it and all that good stuff, so we know what exactly is going on with it. But as I mentioned, it has limited time. And I want to point out something on our models here. So first up, we have the GFS. All right, so these green shadings that we are seeing represent the moisture. Those black lines, as squiggly lines, are called isobars, which join areas of equal atmospheric pressure. So we can see that towards Sunday evening, tomorrow evening, there's just all this moisture within the Gulf of Mexico. So GFS is still not expecting development of the system. It just has all that rain eventually moving into parts of Mexico. As we look at the Euro model for tomorrow morning, take a look at this. Euro is showing something that is really attempting to try and get itself together. Definitely showing a bit more moisture associated with the system. Who knows, possibly a tropical depression that the model is forecasting. Then eventually, headed into early Monday, it is going to be moving inland. And then there is the Icon model. Icon is not showing anything too defined. And you may notice that system in the Eastern Pacific. So there is a disturbance that is over there right now. And that system has a high formation chance. So it's likely that there will be another storm developing in the Pacific as we head into the new week. But in terms of this system, we'll see what eventually happens. It really has limited time. And the environmental conditions are not highly favorable right now. So we'll see what eventually happens, guys. But regardless of development, the system is still a life-threatening situation in terms of those flooding rains that it is unleashing within the vicinity of Mexico and Central America. So that's what we have going on, guys. And if the system should manage somehow to make it to tropical storm status, the next name on the list for the hurricane season is Barry. So we'll see if it will become a short-lived system. But I'm here to keep you guys posted as necessary. So that's it for today. And I do hope you found this update to be informative. However, if you have any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.